Hi friends, welcome back to my session. And before of this class, what we had discussed regarding user data concept, how we are going to mention the user data, how we are going to automate the post installation steps of EC2 installation. So everything we had discussed in the user data concept. And in today, in the current session, we are going to discuss about what. So we are going to discuss about the scaling. Scaling. What is mean by scaling? So scaling is nothing but increasing or decreasing the capacity of EC2 instances without losing data OS configuration. So without losing of anything, I just want to increase the capacity of my EC2 instances. So in how many ways I can do the scaling? There are two ways. One is horizontal scaling and the second one is vertical scaling. These are the two types of scalings which are available for doing the tasks. Horizontal scaling. Horizontal scaling is nothing but adding the one more instance to the existing instance to share the load among themselves. Suppose, for example, I will let you know. Suppose I had two EC2 instances. So my load has been shared. How? So whenever the users are hitting my website, these two websites or these two instances are going to share are responding to my web content. Suddenly the load has been increased. Suddenly last time you told na, whenever suppose if you take the Flipkart website, whenever the sale dhamaka has been started, immediately the users hitting has been increased. At that time, the servers which are right now supposing to serve the users is not at all sufficient, and suddenly there is huge flow of users, request become more. At the time, suppose if I don't increase the server capacity, then automatically the load has been increased on those two servers, and there is a chance to down those two servers. So it will impact my business. I don't want to do like that. What I need, what the exact requirement of me. So whenever there is an increase in the load, automatically the resource capacity will automatically increase, and whenever the load has been decreased, automatically the capacity of the EC2 will become decreased. So this is my requirement. How I can achieve this is suppose Cheryl, in a regular activity I am getting the 100 requests. Suddenly the request has been increased to 1000. At the time I need two more additional servers to serve those requests. In those scenarios, what I will do, this is nothing but the horizontal scaling. So furtherly, along with these two EC2 instances, I am going to add two more EC2 instances. Horizontal, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these four instances right now will support to the these 1000 requests. So whenever the load has been come to normal, that means again it comes to 100. So at that time, these two will remove automatically. So again these two servers will serve as usual normal LR. How it becomes LR in the similar way, these two servers are going to serve the user request. This is nothing but a horizontal scaling. Instead of increasing the resource inside of EC2 missions, we are going to add one more EC2 instance to serve those requests. We are adding additional mission. This is nothing but a horizontal scaling. Suppose if we are taking the vertical scaling, how a vertical scaling will be? So in vertical scaling, what happened? Suppose I have the EC2 instance. I have the 100 GB. I have the 100 GB of space. So it become almost full. So now what I want to increase it to the plus 100, 200 GB to make my EC2 instance working properly. So I just want to increase resource. Otherwise, we can take one more example like that. Earlier, while I am creating the EC2 instance, I just take the T2 micro. That will suffice my requirement. But unfortunately, the demand has been increased. I need to upgrade my EC2 instance. At that time, I am going to increase the T3 large. Suppose T3 medium or T3 large, whatever it may be, based on the requirement to meet the on-demand request. So what I will do, I need to change the instance type to T2 micro to T3 large. In that scenario, what happened? There is downtime happen. In coming to horizontal scaling, I am going to add the additional mission to the group, so it will automatically share the load among those themselves. But coming to the vertical scaling, there is a downtime because of I am going to increase the resource inside of the mission. So how it will happen? We are going to check in a practical manner. Just wait and see. So quickly, I am going to create one EC2 instance. Okay. Otherwise, web server. Okay, fine. And I am selecting the Amazon Linux 2. This is my mission, and right now uh, T2 micro is sufficient because of it is FreeTire eligible, as you know already. And I have the key pair with me, and I am selecting the existing key pair, means existing security group, allow all traffic. The rest of all things will be similar remain. Just click on launch instance. Then it will take some time to get it created. So if I check this machine, it will be in the pending state only. It will take some time to get into active state. So in the meanwhile, what we will check, just click on here. So the public IP has been created, but it is in pending state only. Uh, okay. And first of all, my requirement. If I want to share, generally, here one more concept is auto scaling group. Auto scaling group is the group we are going to add the EC2 instances in that particular group. So based on the demand, it will auto increase the number of instances. At the same time, if the load is less, it will auto decrease the scaling capacity of the EC2 instances. So based on the configuration which we had made, so based on that configuration, it will auto scale, increase or decrease the number of EC2 instances. Suppose it's in running state only. Go to actions. So instance settings. Suppose if I want auto scaling, I'm going to attach to the auto scaling group. If I have the auto scaling group, I'm just going to attach my mission to the auto scaling group. Okay. So if I want to create the additional mission to balance the load, I am going to create one more mission manually and I will attach to the auto scaling group. Otherwise, if I made some rules, then automatically auto scaling group will automatically create one EC2 instance and the same will be added behind of the target group. Automatically, the request has been served by the all those which are in the group. This is the process which takes in case of horizontal scaling. Suppose if I want to vertical scaling, it is a process of increase or decrease the resource of the EC2 instance within that instance only. Suppose if I want to change my EC2 instance from T2 micro to T3 large, suppose for example, how I will do. So just go to actions, instance settings. Can I able just please check change instance type? It is in disable mode. Can I able to perform this task right now? No, obviously because it is in gray mode and this option is not at all selected. So if I want to perform this action, what I need to do? I need to stop the system. Without stop the system, I am not at all supposed to do this action because of this only. This needs the downtime. Just please have a look. Instance state. Just stop the instance. Okay, the mission will be stopped. It will take some time to get into stopped. So once the mission has been comes into the stopping state, it will here we can visualize stopped. So once it comes into stopped state, then only the option has been enabled to change the system from T2 micro to whatever the requirement we have. I'm going to change the instance type. It will take some time to get into convert into the stopped state. So we need to wait until yes. Right now it is getting the stopped state now. So just please click on actions here instance settings. Right now change instance option has been enabled. Just click on instance type. Right now it is T2 micro. It is FreeTire eligible, but right now I want to change some other. which T series. I'm going to select T series only. So T2 large or medium, whatever it may be. Earlier it is T2 dot micro. Right now I am going to change it to T2 dot medium. Okay, everything will same. It will take some time to get into convert into the T2 micro to T2 medium. Okay, it has been changed. Web server has been changed to T2 medium. Then just click on here and action state start instance. Without downtime, we can't able to perform the vertical scaling. Okay, this is a thing you can remember. So as we discussed, we have two types of scalings are available. One is horizontal scaling and the second one is vertical scaling. In horizontal scaling, what we are doing, we are simply adding one more instance to the existing group to share the load among themselves. And in the vertical scaling, what we will do, we are going to increase the resource inside of the instances. And in vertical scaling, what will happen? There is a downtime. Coming to once the mission has been done, then only we can be able to perform those specified tasks. Okay, and one more thing, we have instance store. So instance store is nothing but a temporary storage. Whenever the machine is in on state, at the time the machine will be able to save the data. Suppose if I stop the mission, then automatically whatever the data which I have, it will automatically lose everything. So this is not at all recommended for production servers, but at the same time it will not be available for the all those EC2 instance types. It will be only available for the specific EC2 instances only. So just if you take the M series missions, I will show it to you. Um, Launch EC2 instance. Just a moment. I think yes. Launch in EC2 instance. Okay. Suppose for suppose right now what I had selected T2 micro. Then if you observe here configuring storage, is there any instance store option is showing to you? No. As I told you earlier, it will be only applicable for the selected. Suppose if I change it to what M series M3 M3 medium. For example, M3 medium. Just please have a look on this right now. Here instance store volumes option is available. So this is the purpose for only specified EC2 instances only we have the option of EC2 means instance store volumes. So instance store volume is a temporary storage, and whenever we stop EC2 instance we will lose all the data from the instance store, and instance store can be attached at the time of EC2 creation only. Because while we creating the EC2 instance at that time only I will be able to attach the instance stores, otherwise I can't. If I forget to add instance store at the time of EC2 instance creation, then once the mission has been created, it is highly impossible to attach the instance store once the mission has been created. Okay, this is all the things. And right now we had discussed about horizontal scaling as well as vertical scaling and instance store. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the section. Thank you.